welcome back to another edition of Smackdown Out 10 right here on the Wrestling Plate. Big show today, following a crazy one from last week where Adam Pearce was named number one contender for the Universal title against Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. So we're going to see how WWE resolves that situation. So let's get straight into it. Roman Reigns was backstage looking at the Royal Rumble match contract. Paul Heyman told him that there needed to be a stipulation to give it to Pearce. Jey Uso then kicks off SmackDown in the ring, thanking Roman Reigns for everything he did for him, and he said he was going to win the Royal Rumble and challenge Drew or Goldberg. He then started trash talking Nakamura before Nakamura came out for their match. Nakamura drew Uso into the ring post, and after a short break, Cesaro came out and was dominating for a little bit with the distractions. Nakamura came back with a knee strike and Shinsuke set up for a Kinshasa, but Uso countered with a super kick. Uso went for a dirty kick pin, but the ref caught him, so Nakamura hit the Kinshasa to get the win. I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. Decent match to start the show, and it's great to see Shinsuke finally getting a bit of momentum. Sonya Deville was hyping up Pearce ahead of his Universal title match backstage before Paul Heyman came and got him to sign the contract. Jey Uso threatened the referee who made him lose the match, and the Street Profits said they wanted to regain their titles before Natalya and Liv Morgan fought. Roman Reigns and Apollo Crews was together as well, which is a bit awkward, but never mind. Billie Kay is now an unofficial member of the Riot Squad. Natalya started off strong and taunted Liv Morgan, but she came back with some kicks to get in control. Tamina was at ringside on SmackDown, and Billie joined her before being chased into the ring. The distraction caused Natalya to pick up the win. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. What was this? Rey Mysterio took on King Corbin. Dominic was on commentary and said that he planned to compete for the tag team titles with his dad before Corbin got in control early on. Dominic was furious but decided not to interfere in the match. Rey got on top of him, setting up for a 619, but Corbin caught him with a deep 6. Corbin was attacking Rey at ringside when Dominic was about to interfere, but Corbin got in with a cheap shot, causing Rey to take his focus off the match. Corbin hit the end of days and win of the distraction. I'm going to give this 6.25 out of 10. Corbin, ugh. But anyway, next up on SmackDown, Paul Heyman gave Pearce a reserve contract, which makes it now a last man standing match. And Dominic was furious at Corbin, but Rey told him to be smart. Before we got the first Ding Dong Hello segment, Bayley introduced Bianca Belair. They had a little bit of an argument, and that was it. It was fine, I suppose, before Daniel Bryan and Cesaro got in an argument backstage, and that started off their match. Cesaro started off strong with an outside big arm. Back on SmackDown, however, Bryan got the yes lock in after the break, but Cesaro countered it into a sharpshooter. Cesaro and Bryan were up on the top rope, and the Swiss sidewalk hit a huge vertical suplex for a near fall. Bryan countered the neutralizer, but took an uppercut, but Cesaro finally hit the neutralizer for the win. I'm going to give this 6.25 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, this is a great match, but really, if we're trying to book Bryan v Reigns at Mania, you can't have him losing to guys he just haven't built up like Cesaro. Up. Big E was on commentary as Apollo Crews took on Sami Zayn. Back in the ring, Sami hit an elbow drop and got a near fall before Crews came back with a snap German suplex to get in control. After an altercation on SmackDown with a referee, Zayn got exploded suplex into the corner, but Apollo caught him with a roll up and a handful of the tights to get the win. I'm going to give this 6.25 out of 10. It was an okay match. Hopefully Apollo gets a push, but yeah, just old winners on this SmackDown. But it was the final segment of the show now. Roman came down to the ring with the contract. Adam signed it, as did Roman. Adam looked dejected before he suddenly got a smile on his face and pretended his knee hurt on the way back down to the ramp. And he said he couldn't compete at the Royal Rumble. And then Kevin Owens is now the competitor. 4 out of 10. I thought Roman Reigns v Kevin Owens was over at the Royal Rumble. We had a show on Christmas Day. No, and now we've got another match at the Royal Rumble. Yeah, it's time to move on to someone else, guys. Overall this week, SmackDown gets a 5.5 out of 10 from me. For me, this was one of the worst SmackDowns in a long time. Roman Reigns v Kevin Owens again just doesn't make sense. I think we highlighted on this show with Natalya v Liv Morgan how bad this women's division is, and there were some really strange winners like Cesaro beating Daniel Bryan. Yeah, it just didn't really make a lot of sense to me. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my other channels on the screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.